but I just love it because, you know, it's always been in my heart. It's always been in my mind, and it's something that I live for. I can't stop doing it. And I just want to share everything with the world. Shout out to the brother Taalik that made the video about supporting me yesterday. Shout out to you. I just want to thank you to all my new subscribers. Thank you. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all.
Now, ready to take this ride? Let's do it. The subject matter that I've chosen for this morning is Black fathers have never existed. Wow. What a subject. Can I prove it? Well, here we go. As a small child, as a little boy being male, I knew that one day I'm supposed to be or grow up to be a man. So as a young boy, I have always looked for a father figure. You said, well, brother, why did you have to look for a father figure? Look like we're having technical difficulties on my end. I don't know if we're having that on your end, but I'm just going to continue to roll. It's buffering or whatever. It's throwing me off. I'm not going to let that stop us from having a good time with this message. But now, again, brother, if you have a father in the house, well, maybe that's your problem. You did not have a father in the house. That's the problem with the Black people of America. We have so many led by single Black women. That's our problem. The Black man is not in the house. If we can get the Black man back in the house, that will solve everything. That's our warped thinking. That's not the answer. That's not true. My mother was married. My father was in the house. He was in another woman's house, and another woman's house, and another woman's house. My father, my daddy, my sperm donor was a Rolling Stone. But as a boy, looking for a father figure, I knew he was a daddy. I was too young to know what a sperm donor was, but I knew he was not a father. I know or knew that he was not a man. He was just somebody that caused me to come into being. That's all. I knew that as a boy. I had other males around me. I had other so-called men around me as a child. My uncles and my grandfather, friends and neighbors, all these different men and males around me. So what? As a boy, I'm looking for an example of a man. I'm looking for the example of a father. And I was doing it all my young life. And then I thought I found my father in somebody I have never met. I only knew in a book, and that was the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. And for somebody who really had nothing, Elijah Muhammad filled that space, that need that I had for a father in my life. And I thank him for that. But it was so disappointing. Later in my young life and in my adult life, to learn that this man of whom I held to such high esteem was nothing more or behaved no better than the average preacher who would take advantage of the women in the flock, take advantage of the people that looked up to him. And this man I saw or made him my father figure. Now I learned that he has all these women, these people he called wives. And he's become a vagina chaser. A man, a true father is not a vagina chaser. Do you understand? A true man does not allow and will never allow, and he's not controlled by somebody's vagina. You're too strong. You're a man. That's for weaklings. You need air to live. You need food. You need water to live. You don't need a vagina. And there is no need for reproduction. There's plenty of people on this planet. Y'all ain't going extinct no time soon. So you want sex. Sex is natural. Don't get me wrong. Sex is natural. But you don't need it. And you don't need it to the point where your sexual drive or your lust as a man is more important than what is in the best interest of the family that you created and the people that look up to you as being a leader. But you fall like that because you are called a man, called a father, but you have the title, but you don't qualify. You don't fit the criteria. We want to find out what is the criteria of father, what is the criteria of being a man. See that these who are the descendants of slaves born in America, you will find and we will learn going on 500 years, you and I, we as a group of people we've never had a man in our life. And the only males that we have had in our lives are corrupted, weak-kneed, sissified, warmongers and murderers. What kind of fathers are these? I don't know how we got on the subject, but I was speaking with my nieces actually. I have more than one. I don't know how we got on the subject, but we was talking, and one of my nieces told me, well, you would protect us. See, even as a small girl, as a baby girl, female is looking to the male for protection. She automatically expects her male relatives around her to protect her from any kind of danger. And she said, I know you will protect me. And as a joke, I said, no, I'm going to run. Oh, wow. You ought to see the disappointment on her face when I said that, man. She looked at me and looked like tears was getting ready to come out of her eyes. Because as this little baby, as a baby girl, she expects if there's some type of danger, she know being around her, she know that she's protected. And here I am telling her, I'm gonna run. You on your own. I'm like, wow. Incredible hurt. And you don't know. The black woman, our soul sisters, they hurt. Just like this little girl, they hurt. And the black woman, our sisters of soul, have been hurting going on 500 years. And you don't understand the hurt. And you get tired of them expressing their hurt. So you attack them and make mockery in hope that they shut up. Stop complaining. You don't want to see them hurting. Because deep down inside, you know, like I knew that I disappointed my grandchild, not my grandchild, my grandniece. You are and we are, as men and fathers, are a disappointment to our women. But instead of dealing with this, point out at those who make us look in the mirror like it's their fault. It's not their fault. It's not really, but the time has come where now reality comes to us and we can fix this problem and go on to be the great men and the great fathers that you claim that you really are not. But you have the potential to be once you straighten up your mess. The male Negro, the male African Americanist, the black Muslim male, the Hebrew Israelite, we are truly in a messed up position, but we can straighten it out because time has had mercy on us. If we accept what time gives us, a lot of us, and what is it that time gives? Time reveals to us real truth. No more half truths, no more pieces of a truth. Giving us the real. No more watered down, Similac teachings, giving it to you real. The problem is immature. We're too childish to accept solid food. You still sucking the pacifier. You're still eating cream of wheat, baby food, and you're happy. You're a grown man still on your mother's breast. We have never had a real father in our life, because if this group of people, the so-called Negro, if we had actually had fathers and manhood as an example in our life, how is it possible condition that we are in right now, going on 500 years? A man would not allow it. A father would not allow us to be in the condition that we are in right now. A real man. We are a product, whether you like it or not. You can talk about ancient Kemet and what you did in ancient Ethiopia, and you a warrior, and all these fantastical stories that we believe and come up with. The reality is that we are a product of slavery. Slavery and living with Caucasian people, that's all we know. You don't know nothing about ancient Kemet. You read about some ancient Hebrew, you read about other folk. You've never been them. You read about them. But what you are is a slave. Slave created the so-called Negro, whether we like it or not. That's the reality. Slavery done it. We are a product of slavery. When you and I, when we are a slave, there is no need for a father. The only thing the slave master needs from a male is for you to make babies for him. The slave master would be the father. The slave master would take care of these children. He denied us the right to attempt. You are a slave. When you are a slave, denied the right to even be a man, let alone talking about you a father. You are a piece of property and you belong to somebody else. So we know for a fact that just based on that, from the time that we were bondage, we know there was no fathers in our lives. They did not exist. And vice versa. There was no mothers. We were property. The slave was not allowed to be a father. The slave was not allowed to be a mother. So we know that we were motherless and we were fatherless. Everything that we were from the slave master. And this went on for hundreds of years. And then Massa decided to give us religion. And in that religion, gave us the first attempt or idea of what a father is supposed to be and motherhood. We base what fatherhood and motherhood based on the religion that came from the slave master. And of course, father is not going to rebel against the slave master, nor mother. So the image or the label or the description of what manhood and fatherhood, motherhood, all that's supposed to be coming from a slave master, it had to be in a manner so it would not be threatening those who were the enslavers. So when we call ourselves fathers, and really we could say the same thing as far as motherhood is concerned, but we're talking about the father. It's father. When is Father's Day? Next week? This week? I don't know. I don't keep up with these holidays. But I wanted to talk about the Black Father holiday crap that a lot of us get involved in. There are many of you who talk about Black Power family and you're going to celebrate Father's Day. Many of y'all pro-Black and y'all gonna celebrate Father's Day, which don't make any sense to me. You're gonna celebrate this holiday. But anyway, again, we're gonna go back to what we was talking about. Our idea of manhood, our first idea of manhood and fatherhood, even motherhood, it came and it was influenced and it was given to us by the massa, the slave master. And even to this day, we copy what the slave master gave us. We might put our spin on it, but our idea of what a man is, our idea of what a father and mother is, what the slave master gave us. It has not really changed in over 100 some years. because it's rooted in the Christianity that he forced on us. What is a man? What is the male role in nature? When we look at mammals and the human being, whether you like it or not, the human being is a mammal. And a mammal is simply one that feeds their babies milk. That's all. And you do feed your baby, you do feed your baby milk, right? Right? We are mammals. In nature, among mammals, the role of the male, a lot of times the males, like you will see in bears, they roll solo. The only time they have relations with a female or interact with females, have sex, and then she go her way and he go his way. A lot of y'all act like bears. You know, you just want to get you a little bit of something, right? And she go her way and you go your way. But in our society, if you get a baby, then you get the court system involved. See, the father bear don't have to worry about child support. You know, you don't have to worry about that kind of stuff. Then you might see the role using a lion, because some of you I want you to excuse the broadcast. I don't know. From my end, it looks like it's buffering and tripping, but I'm going to try to get through this lecture anyway. Again, please bear with me. When we see the lion, many of y'all say, I'm like a lion. Okay, well, in lion society, the male lion protects the female. He does not lead the pride. The females lead the pride. The females do the hunting. His only responsibility is to make babies, the females if necessary. That's all the male does. He does not lead nothing. In nature, you see it's the female that is the leader. The male is the helper to the female. So when you place the male in the leadership position, you actually are doing something unnatural. And the reason why you do not want the male leadership position is because the male is too immature. As you know, women mature faster than men. That's something that's known. But men have this macho type of thing going on. And because of that macho thing, they don't think clearly, thus cannot make proper decisions. You cannot depend on them as a leader for family. They are immature and they have this sick thing going on when trying to show off in front of other males. All over this globe, you see men in leadership positions. They want to show other men how strong they are. Just look at deer and sheep and other animals out in the, see how they act. They want to show the other male how strong and powerful they are. You don't want that type of attitude, leadership position. So it's unnatural for the male to be in leadership position. Now you may also say, man, you crazy. I wouldn't want these women. I ain't gonna follow no woman or whatever. You're not gonna, I would not want to follow these women either. They are in. The women that you see right now are not natural. They are the results of being exploited by men for the last some 1,000 years, regardless of race. There has been no history that I know of whereas men have treated women as an equal, or women were in leadership positions on with it, regardless of race. Women throughout the centuries have been taken off her throne, as some of y'all say, and made a prostitute, a whore, a bitch, or whatever, and that's how she's treated regardless of race. She's in a, as even as an equal, always as a servant, always as a slave. The same position that we find ourselves as a group of people, soul brothers and sisters, when it comes to our relationship with the former slave master and the children. This is how women find themselves dealing with men. Except you're looking at a gender war, and when it comes to folks, you're dealing with a race war. Racial oppression and gender oppression. A father. So we're talking about father. He does not exist. Can I prove this? Well, I already shown you that during slavery itself, there were no fathers. There was no need for a slave to be a father. No need for a slave to be a mother. So we know during physical slavery, even though we tried, how are you going to be a true father when somebody else is controlling you? Because the parent is supposed to be the primary authority over the children, but the children growing up see that another man is running the show when it comes to their parents. So when somebody else is controlling you. So clearly, it's a facade and just in title, not in reality, that you are a father or a mother. You have become or made a slave. It's impossible. So we know for a fact, as long as our ancestors were in chattel slavery, fathers and mothers did not exist. What is a man? You can become a father, you must first be a man, right? Now let me tell you something. Being a man, listen, woo. Some of y'all think that this is something that you have to be taught. You cannot teach nobody to be a man. It's supposed to be your nature. If you are a male, you should know what being a man is by nature. Just like when I was a little boy, still intact. That's why I knew as a boy, these males that was around me, I knew they were not proper males. I knew it as a little boy because I still had my nature. I was looking for an example of what I want to be. I knew these men. I knew they were not men. You do not have to teach a man how to be a man. It should be natural. Our problem is, it's gotten to, it's gotten to the point where your very nature has been destroyed. And if your nature has been destroyed, then you must be taught what is natural because you have no idea. It's been destroyed. Almost like you have to teach a dog how to be a dog. But some of these animals, these dogs, they were raised in a way Well, basically, their nature was destroyed. Their whole behavior has been turned around. So in order for them to go back into the world of dogs, they must be taught how to be a dog. You should not have to teach no boy to be a man. It's in his nature. You should not have to teach how to be a woman. That's part of her nature. So if you take a young boy, girl, and put them on an island, nobody's going to teach them nothing. Nature will teach them. When you go to that island, they're going to have a baby because their nature is going to guide them that way because it's natural. They're going to figure it out all on their own. Nobody had to teach you how to breathe. Nobody didn't have to teach you how to search out food to start eating. All these things are natural. When it gets to the point where somebody have to teach you what is natural, something is wrong, and chances are what they are teaching you is not natural. Anything of nature does not have to be taught. Now, what can be taught, and let me backtrack real quick. This is why, see, this is why the animal kingdom among mammals, female lions, the male and the female, and she does it successfully. The female bear raises the male and the female successfully. Female animals have been raising male babies as well as the females successfully for eons. But here you are, you're going to tell me that the female woman, soul sisters, this black woman, who is more intelligent than the female lion, female bear, the female goat, you're going to tell me that she is unable to raise a male. The advantage that the female animals have is that their cubs have their nature. So the only thing she has to do is basically teach them survival skills, because the male, the young male cub, his nature is gonna already tells him what it is to be a male lion. It's natural. She don't have to teach her male cub that. And you will never see the male lion or any male animal teaching the babies nothing. I have not seen them do it. It's always the female. Then we come to manhood. So we know that nature should tell or guide a person, your gender, to what you should be as a man or a woman, unless something disrupts that. Something unnatural happened. Freakish has happened, which destroys that person's connection to nature. Then we have manhood. Putting a hood over man. You have a man, but you're going to put a hood on it. And that hood is different in every culture. Being a man in this tribe, the criteria might be different of being a man in another tribe. That's what manhood is. When a group, a tribe, or a nation determines what our men should be. So they put a hood. You should already know what it is to be a man. You should know that by nature. But this is what we expect out of you as a man. Put over it. A covering over manhood. This is what we expect our men to be like, or woman. This is what we expect you to be like. So you have people who say a woman, a boy, how to be a man. First of all, again, nature does not have to be taught. And when it comes to manhood, if the woman understands what is required by her family, by her nation, by her society, what they expect out of men, she can teach her young boy. There is not much that a woman cannot teach a boy. What is it? I mean, come on, tell me something that a woman cannot teach a boy. That the boy has to have a man in his life. What is it? Oh, the penis. Oh, she don't have a penis, so she can't. Well, apparently she has a baby. She knows something about a penis. And after the woman has a baby, she has a male child. She cleans the penis up and deals with that male child. Women know a lot about a penis. So I don't know what you're talking about. If she understands what is required by her nation, by her tribe, a woman can teach a boy how to be a man. The same way the female lion, same way the female bear, beaver, or whatever. The male wants to put himself in a position like he's really needed. See, in nature, this is a reality as men, as males, we don't want to accept. As men, as males, we are expendable. We are not a necessity. So I understand polygamy. I understand polygamy to the certain point where we can use this one guy to get us pregnant, but when we get sick of him, we can throw him out because he has no other value. So I can understand polygamy. And that's the way it is in the animal kingdom. You don't need a lot of males. You don't need a lot of males because one male can get all these females pregnant. You get sick of them, throw them out, get you a young one and bring them in. That's what you see. You want to put manhood, fatherhood on this big old pedestal like it's so great, and really it's not. But you need it, but you are expendable. If we were bees, you get the female queen bee pregnant, and they kick us out of the hive, and we die. You don't mean nothing. The bees in bee society, all the insects are females anyway. They just need a few males now and then to get the queen pregnant, and then they kick them out of the hive. You don't like that. So you have men during the centuries, they don't like their position. They don't like the reality of what manhood, fatherhood really is. And they want to take the position of the female. So now you have made an environment, you have made the human family unnatural. And we are paying a hellified price for that. Because of your ego. I can accept the reality. It's no problem with me. But that's just life. That's how it is. Just like death. All of us will die. Y'all make up these stories where you turn into energy and there's a heaven. Y'all make up all these stories because you don't want to face the reality. Born, we die. And you don't like that reality. So you want to make up these stories to make yourself feel good because one day you won't exist. Like, so what? I accept it. No big deal. The woman is the natural leader. The woman is the one who was put in that role. I can accept that. No big deal for me. Hurt my ego. But it hurt yours. It hurt yours because we have been taught all this unnatural garbage. So now using the logic of what we've been taught, what a man's supposed to be. A man is supposed to excuse me. This broadcast is buffering on my end. I hope that you hear me all right. I hope you see me all right. I'm halfway done, I believe. Just be patient. We want to get through this. And you're going to hear me sort of repeat myself a lot because on my end it's buffering, and I want to make sure that we stay on the same Now we're going to use the logic or what we was taught, what manhood is supposed to be. As men, we are supposed to provide. You want to be called a man. You want to be called a father. Well, one of the criteria that I was told, you want to be a man, one of the criteria is that you must provide. And some of you, you go out and you work your 8-hour-a-day job and things of that nature. You work your job and you bring them, you take care of your kids and the household, you pay your bills, providing. Well, no. A true man, a real father, does not provide because he's getting sustenance from or due to another man. Do I have to say that again? Everything you get, directly or indirectly, comes from the Caucasian male, the Caucasian society, another man. Oh, you are LeBron James, millionaire. Will Smith, millionaire. All these black male, Bill Cosby, millionaires. But everything they have is due to another man. They did not create this wealth. They did not provide due to their own work. It's because they were able to get something from another man. So that's not being a father. A father man gets his own. He does not depend on another man. Caucasian people, Will Smith, I'm just saying, LeBron James, they don't even make toilet paper. They would buy a car, $100,000 car, but they won't make no toilet paper for themselves. They don't grow an orange. They don't raise any chickens. Everything you are supposed, the man is supposed to provide. So that means you need to be growing some chickens. You need to be growing. You need to be raising some cattle. You need to be doing the things to provide. And then you want to get angry at our women, our soul sisters, because they're supposed to be looking to us to provide, doing it. You go to school and you get a degree, and everything you do, again, directly or indirectly, depend on another man in order for you to survive. What kind of help, what kind of father, what kind of man are you? You're not. Only entitled that you did not earn. And our women are looking at this. And our children are looking at this. My grandniece was looking at me when I said, I'm going to run. I can't protect her. then we want to get upset with them because we're not what we claim that we're claiming to be. And the reason we're like that is because we don't have any examples. We are fatherless. We've never had any black. I don't care how successful. I don't care nothing about what the Nation of Islam did or what Marcus Garvey did. Everything they did, directly or indirectly, it had to have the approval or something in that a sense of Caucasian, of another man. That's it. And then you turn around, and no matter how successful you are, this man has brutalized your people, your women, and our children 100 years. Then you talk about I'm successful. Then you turn around and pay taxes to another man that brutalized, murder your sons, murder your daughters. How the hell are you some type of father or a man? What actually are you providing? Which brings us to the father. A man is supposed to protect his children. Have we failed like we have failed to provide? I heard a brother, and he says it, I'm not making mockery of us. I'm just giving an example. Because not only him, I'm not going to say who he is, because a lot of people say this. Oh, good. Yeah. You know what they say? Well, I speak truth to power without fear. That makes you feel strong. It makes you feel like a man. But the reality is, you speak truth to power without fear. And the power that you're talking to don't give a damn about what you're talking about, because the reality is your nigga ass is still a slave. You get out of line, I'm gonna put this foot up your nigga ass. Reality of it. And you will have some fear. I'll throw you in jail. I will outright lynch you, nigga. Talking all that bull crap. See, a slave male will always buck up to another slave. But you don't see them bucking up and getting bad with the slave massa, another man. See, in nature, you don't see that. The males will fight themselves over females usually, but they challenge any threat to my woman and my children. Well, you know, animals don't have women and children. I'm just saying. That's something you're not gonna do. I speak truth to power without fear. Nobody don't give a damn about that crap you talking about. You don't run nothing. I don't fear you either. I don't fear you either, nigga. Slapped your ass in jail. I will manufacture false charges against you in my jail. And your other men not gonna help you. Your wife and your children not gonna help you. And all that talk you talk about, I speak truth to power without. Let me tell you something, Negro. Now this is the other man that's talking, because he's proven he's a father. He takes care of his children. He protects his children and he provides. He's a real man. Here you are a slave. You got the nerve to tell a father, a real man, regardless to how he operates, he provides, he protects. You have the nerve to tell him, you speak truth to power to him. He don't give a damn. You a slave. You don't impress him. Where is your horn? What you gonna do? You ain't gonna do nothing except speak truth to power. Run your damn mouth. That's the only thing you're gonna do. And no man, no real man on this planet gives a damn about talk. Now, when you start talking about dropping bombs and stabbing somebody and shoot, now you get somebody's attention. You talk when you just gonna just run your mouth, no man on this planet give a damn about you speaking truth. If you speak truth to power, but they know you're not gonna do a damn thing, they don't care about your talk. Let me say this. I love Brother Malcolm. You know I love Brother Malcolm, Malcolm X. But because we never had no examples of manhood. See, Malcolm should never have let. Now, how can I explain this real quick? Malcolm, many of us seen the picture of Malcolm X with the machine gun, right? Was that AK-47 or whatever it was? Okay. I would like to ask, I wish I could ask Malcolm. Malcolm, Brother Malcolm, why are you taking pictures with the AK-47, but he never used it? He never used the AK-47, even though his family was at risk. Why are you going to put these weapons in your hand when the Nation of Islam, those nutcases? I hope that you can hear me. This thing is buffering. Please bear with me through this broadcast. The Nation of Islam was threatening Malcolm X. He had an AK-47. The least Malcolm could have done was go to that temple and shoot it up during their meeting. That's the least he could have done. You need to show them crazy Muslims. You want some ass? You're gonna have to bring some ass to get some. Now, Malcolm probably would have stayed a few days in jail or whatever, but I guarantee you they would have started to back off because the next bullets is not gonna go up in the ceiling floor. The next bullets from this AK-47 going in your ass. That's man. Did you say it? Because this thing keeps buffering on me. I'm going to say that again because I don't want you to miss what I just said. Malcolm should have took that AK-47, went to that temple, and shot it up to let them Muslims know he ain't nothing to play with. You want some ass, you got to bring some ass. And the next time I shoot my AK-47, I'm not going to shoot it up in the air. I'm not going to shoot it down on the floor. I'm going to put some bullets in your ass. And I guarantee you, those Muslims would have backed off of Malcolm. We don't have that in us. Something is wrong with that nature in us. But at the same time, y'all will take an AK-47, a grenade, and a bomb for the white man, for the pink people. You don't have no problem with killing folks for them. There's a problem here. See, something is wrong here. We keep talking this crap. Speak truth to power. And we keep talking about businesses and all this other crap. But we never put war as an option against another man. We never put that on the table. Why? When you hear these crackers, when you hear these devils talk about what they're going to do, they always talk about military Military force is an option. It must be put on the table as an option. But when it comes to us, we talk about every damn thing except military action war. Well, we're gonna lose. You have not even tried yet. You haven't even tried to do nothing. Lose. So what? Who gives a damn? When your wife and your children, if you have to go down in a blaze of glory, they will say, my daddy didn't talk no stuff. How are you going to let a slave master rape your wife? And you sit back and cry. When that cracker get on top of your wife, while he doing his thing, you take a brick and a shovel and bust him upside his head. And then y'all need to get out of Dodge City if necessary. But you don't let that cracker rape your wife and you cry and get away with it. Something is wrong. Something is wrong with the nature of men, because even in the animal kingdom, you see that the male, he would die. He would die fighting to protect his women and his babies. You won't do that. The first line of defense is the man, is the male. The second line of defense is the adult female. And when you see like herd animals, you will see the males with their horns. They will make a circle, and all the males, the older males in the front, then you have the younger ones right behind them. They create a circle. They put the females in the middle, and the babies are in the deep circle. You gotta kill them all to get to the baby. We don't have that type of attitude. We sit around and the cracker cops shoot us down. And we cry and we whimper and we complain and we cry. And then you talk about Father's Day. Where the hell is the father? A father is not going to tolerate this kind of behavior. The father's not going to go. The father's going to take action, whether I live or I die. You have leaders made a bunch of punks out of you. But then when it comes to killing us, it's a whole different situation. See all this making excuses and stuff when it comes to murdering and killing us, making mockery of black women, mockery of black children, soul children and soul sisters and soul brothers. Something is wrong with you, because you're not a man. You're not a father, because a father provides, a father protects. You're happy as living with racists. You a man, you a father, and you living in another man's house, and this man hates your guts. He don't like you. Black Power family, where you live in New Jersey? Where you live? I live in Philly. Black Power men, you live with your enemy. You're not even trying to get out. And you keep talking all this African stuff, but none of you are trying to go to no damn Africa. You're not trying to leave America. You're sitting your raggedy, happy, comfortable slave nigga ass right here with your slave master, because that's everything that you're talking about ain't nothing but a farce. You have no nature of a man. You're not a father, because father's not going to tolerate this. So the reason why I have to struggle, the reason why I have to go through the things that I had, because there was no father, there was no man to protect me. There was no circle as a child. There was no father, there was no mother. And all the predators could eat me. And that's what these young people, that's why they keep complaining. The elders have failed, and you have, and we have failed. Because you're not real, true men and women. Because real men and women, real fathers and mothers are not going to tolerate their children being murdered. Oh, wow. I'm almost done, y'all. Just give me a few more minutes. Few more minutes. This, for some reason, people think this makes me, talking this way makes me happy. I'm not here to give us goody two-shoe stories, because feel good two-shoe stories, these lies and half-truths, then as you can see, they are not beneficial to us. They keep you in a slave-like condition. You will never be a father. You will never be a mother. Just entitled. Because the reality is, we are all still slaves. And I don't want that for us, and you should not want that. You're a damn slave. So if you're not a slave, you need to stop acting like one. And if we die on the front line, so be it. Stop being so damn scary. How you gonna be a man as scared as many of you guys are? Y'all some scary Negro. Y'all some really. And then some of y'all punkified, sissified guys, you have the nerve to call people sissified and punkified. You haven't done nothing to challenge this beast. And you live with it. You have, as a man, you have two choices. Overthrow this man like he done, or you need to separate, get the hell out of breather. You scared of him, and you scared to leave his house because he taking care of your ass. The bottom line. You know, oh man, please bear with me, please. I just want to, I need to get this off my chest too. I always think about Trayvon Martin. And if Trayvon Martin was my son. If Trayvon Martin was my son, I don't think I would be here to speak with you, because somebody, you shot my son in the heart. Son, you was bothering my son, and my son was kicking your ass, so you're gonna shoot my baby, who was only going to the store to get some tea and some Skittles. You're gonna shoot my boy in the heart. You damn, you think I'm gonna sit around and let you get away with it? I don't give a damn about no court of law. Trayvon Martin's father and the men related, they just sit back and cry, and they let this beast, and the beast sold the gun for a few $100,000. The gun that you used to kill my boy. And these men, these fathers, y'all say, they sit back and they cry. Oh, wow. A story of a Caucasian man. And his boy was molested by the karate teacher. And so I think it was in different states. They extradite the karate teacher through the airport. They had to put him on an airplane. The father of that boy, the plane, and how they was gonna bring this dude through the airport. And he waited, he jumped out, and he shot that dude to death. So did a Caucasian woman. Her son was molested, and I believe it was in the courtroom. She shot and killed that guy that molested her child. We don't have that type. You have people killing your babies, murdering your wives and your daughters, and y'all sit back and the only thing you can do is cry. And then you go that allow the murderers to go free, and you ask him, could you punish this? And you really expect people to look at you as a father. You're not no father. A father is supposed to protect. Even a deer or even a bear. These animals, they will fight to the death. You so scary. I think about Tamir Rice, little boy shot to death. And we as so-called black men, the fathers, us on Father's Day, I ain't gonna honor you for what? We sit around and we let these devils get away with killing our babies. Hell, they kill us, and we just sit back and we cry and we cry. Even the black power folk, when something goes down, you just cry and just cry. That's what kind of father, what kind of men are we? Here I am, I'm telling you, I'm some brave, courageous person. But what I will tell you, enough is enough. How much can you take? How many of us, what has to be done in order for you to stand up and say, I done had it about death, bring it on? You going to provide, Father? When are you going to protect? The so-called Negro, the African Americans, Black Muslim, whatever y'all want to call yourself, Black Hebrew Israelites, Kemetic, whatever. All of you, I don't give a damn what you call yourself, all of you do not provide. You are failures. You are not a father. So Mr. Tommy Sotomayor is correct. America. He's not a father either. And last but not least, on the top 10 list of what father and what manhood is supposed to be. Father, you have to have your own. I think I mentioned this already before. Another man's house, especially a man that don't like you. He don't like you, he don't like your woman, he don't like your children, he don't give a damn about you at all, and you know this. So why you want to continue to lay around in his house? Kick his ass, take over the house, or get out of the house. Two choices. Now, at the same time, these fathers, these men, some of them make mockery of the country of Liberia. But see, those people, when they got an opportunity, they got out of the house. Smartest, they weren't the most intelligent, but they knew they had to get up out of this house and take their chances. You been laying around with this cracker, with these devils going on 500 years. And you have the nerve to talk about our real relatives that do live in Africa. You have the nerve to try to make mockery and talk about them when they left. You still living with the cracker. Now, they might get funds from the crackers or whatever. They are in their own house. Go to Liberia, they run that stuff. They wake up, to the left is a black face. When they wake up, to the left is a black face. You know, they surrounded by faces of soul. When you wake up, there's a Mexican, there's a Chinese, whole bunch of you. Who knows what surround you? To talk about somebody. Get real. So beyond the shadow of a doubt, we have not had are fatherless. In title, it's all a facade. The black father have never existed. We never had a man. We've never had a man. We never had a man in front of us that actually and protect. And above all, if the male is going to be a leader, if you want to take leadership position, I can't follow no female, a female that men have taken her up out of her nature. You can't follow the female. So you're not brave. You have no courage. You don't provide. You don't protect. There's nothing wrong. See, there's nothing wrong when you see that you're losing. Back off. Run away. I heard Richard Pryor say one of the best defenses he ever had was run. There's nothing wrong with running. Running does not mean that you are a coward. Running to retreat only means, I'm into something here. It is bigger than I can handle. Let me back off and let me come back later. You don't even want to try to fight at all. A bunch of cowards. So since you don't want to follow the women, because she's supposed to follow your happy sissified ass, I wouldn't follow you to get a dirty drink of water. None of you. I wouldn't follow you nowhere. You have a lot of silly women who don't know no better. They would follow you. I wouldn't follow you nowhere. But you want to be leader. Then where is your vision? All these people y'all follow and listen to, they have no vision. They cannot see the future. And the reason why they can't see a future, because they have not set forth a real goal. So if you don't have that, then you can't determine a future destiny, because you don't know your purpose. What is the purpose of the soul people of America? What is your purpose? Follow Black Muslimhood teachings and hero. What is your purpose? What is your goal? What is the vision? What is the future supposed to look like for us if we follow you? Especially since you cannot provide, you don't protect, you're not really. Well, I mean, what is it? I mean, what is the result here? Do you know how many Caucasian men died? Never enjoyed the United States of America. They died and they sacrificed so their children, so their relatives, you see right now, the United States of America. You want to enjoy it. You can't think that way. That's selfish. You have to think about the future generation. But see, y'all scary and pathetic anyway, so it really don't make any difference. I hope that time will be kind to our future generations. A man, a real man, that will be an example and raise up among us real men, because real fathers and real men at this time don't exist. You don't provide, you don't protect, you just here making babies, and you're not doing nothing for these children. You're not protecting the women. And then you get angry at the women and children because they look at you like the sissy, punks, incompetent Negroes that you really are. We really are. Unfortunately, I have to put myself in that category Nobody won't help me do nothing. I know what needs to be done. I want to be, and I know what it is to be a man. So what if I die? So what? You got to die from something. When I die, if I have to die in that kind of manner, at least those who are looking, they say, man, that brother Taalik, he was a man for real. That's what you're going to say. Because my actions will verify that. We can't say that with y'all. You don't provide, you don't protect. You have thousands of people, thousands of followers, thousands of people, and the condition does not change at all. In fact, it gets worse. A real man, a real father would not tolerate. And when you and I, when we become real men, real fathers, not just in title, but in actions, in our nature, you will see a different attitude. I don't care how ghetto she is. I don't care how much weave she wears, how much makeup. When that black woman look at you and you are acting and doing what a real man supposed to do, you will be amazed at her whole change. You will. But you want her to accept you as you are, and she should not. And she should not accept you. Because a woman needs a man. You're not. And that's why the cracker calls you a boy. Come here, boy. You a boy. And you don't even see yourself as a man. Some of y'all say, what's up, dog? You call yourself a dog, boy. You call yourself, hey, that's my nigga. You don't even call yourself a man. But you expect to be respected, and you want women to look up to you like you a father. No, you are a sperm donor. That's what you are. You're a sperm donor. And I would advise women just to leave you the hell alone. For these women to die virgins. Stop producing more crap for these sissies. And the same thing for some of these women. I don't have to touch you. It ain't that serious. Mean nothing to me. Your vagina don't control me. I don't need it. I might want it, but I don't need it. So that's where we stand. So, brothers and sisters in America, we have no fathers. In fact, the reality is black fathers have never existed. Makes for many of you to hear this hurt your feelings. I'm a man. I know what I do. You protect all these criteria that y'all say? You don't. You are a failure. Because if you were successful, your woman would never go nowhere. When a man is good to a woman, she don't look at other men. Man is too dang good. In love with a man for real. She's not interested in nobody else. The reason why you see our soul sisters flocking to Caucasians and other men, because we've become so pathetic. So pathetic and weak, and you won't even fight for her. All you do is talk and complain on YouTube. The gender war. How pathetic. How tacky. The gender war. The black woman, the soul sisters, ain't the problem. You're living in the house with another man. And you need to get out of that man's house, or you kick his ass. That's the bottom line. Military action must be put on the table, not some business and pay this sucker some taxes. What kind of man are you? Oh, because you're not a man. We can't handle reality. We can't handle the truth. That's not my problem. I'm just the messenger. And you can try to attack me personally. Makes no difference. You will fail doing that. And you will also fail trying to refute and debunk real truth. With that said, I thank you for your time. I appreciate all my subscribers. My subscribers, those who come and listen to my video, y'all some intelligent people. You really are. You are so intelligent. But now, I don't know, I might get in trouble with you right now. But we need, since we know these things, we need to get ourselves together and begin to take the approach and become an example of what we're talking about. So the people will see very clear who has the right program, who has the right mindset. Because clearly, all this other stuff that's going on, the only thing it's doing is keeping you in a slave-like condition. Being a slave, more power to you. To die and leave you in your beautiful slave habitat. There is nothing about America. I don't give a damn about your cars. I don't care about your fame, your celebrity. I don't care about your money. I don't care about your. I don't care nothing about. There's nothing about this country. There's nothing that racists can produce that I want. I would be happy. I would be happy living by a stream, butt naked, with a fig tree, and fishing every day. Give me a chicken and a cow. I don't need Facebook and the internet and fancy clothes and garbage. I don't need all that. There's nothing they have I want. But some of y'all, you are impressed. You are impressed by these things. A slave is easy to impress. They don't impress me at all. I want to get away from them. I want to be like the way they wake up and you don't see them. I just want to see us. What is best for us. I want to protect, and I love Black women. I love our children. I love us as a people. That's why I'm on the internet. Because you have to have a different mindset. You have to have a different game plan. You have to think differently. We've been thinking it's not working. Put a square peg in a round hole, but y'all keep trying to do it. It's not working, but y'all keep trying. I'm not trying to be smart. I'm not trying to be more intelligent than anybody. Want to get out of this situation once and for all. I want to deal with this once and for all so my grandniece and my grandnephew and all those who come after me, they can have a better chance enjoying their life. You are enjoying your life. When the hell did a slave enjoy their life? So you, in other words, you're trying to say there's nothing really wrong with slavery if you enjoy it. In fact, many when our ancestors was in physical chain, many of them because they didn't know no better, some of our ancestors, they actually did. It's the only life they knew was slavery. Just like your dog is happy. You feed your dog corn every day, you lock him up in the house, he can't piss and take a dump like he's supposed to, and you said that the dog is happy. It's an unnatural life. Happy. The way that we're living now, it's an unnatural life. How the hell can you be happy? That's what drives me, because I'm not happy in this. I'm not comfortable in this. I'm sick of this. But clearly, y'all must be happy. So again, when I die, y'all can have all this. I wish you the best of luck, because I can't do it. With that said, y'all, I don't mean to hurt people's feelings. I don't mean to offend nobody or whatever. But again, I have to tell us the truth, the real truth, present to us reality. And the reality, brothers, at this time, there's no doubt, black fathers have never existed. Until next time, just like Don Cornelius always used to say, as imparting, love, peace, and soul.